All right. How's y'all's week been?
Not good.
Oh, um, well, darn. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Same old, same old.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever heard somebody saying same old, same old. Normally it's like same old, same old. I've never heard someone pronounce the D with it.
'Cause you're in the country.
Nah, nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah, nah.
Yeah.
Dude, Florida is more southern than Mississippi. Well, at least on the map, it's more
We're
southern.
like city people.
That's
Like
true.
Orlando is here. We
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
moved.
true.
Well,
Y'all live right next to
guys,
Orlando. That's true.
guys,
what?
What?
we
What?
have a code red.
What?
What are you talking about?
We have a code red.
You
Just
said that.
say
What are you
what it
talking
is.
about?
Guess what just got announced?
What?
Zeus game.
Oh, Zeus Gate actually did happen today.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Look at that. Look, I'm psychic. I'm psychic.
Okay,
Turbo
what is
2
it?
just got announced.
Are you serious? Turbo 2?
Guess who just got added?
Who?
Glenn Powell.
Again? Wait, what?
Ryan Reynolds is going to be in this one. Michael Pena, Samuel L. Jackson, Bill Hader,
Uh,
Snoop Dogg, Jenna Ortega,
so they're all coming back?
Ben Schwartz. Yeah, Ben Schwartz.
Yes, that was my childhood.
We need Michael Giacchino for this.
It was like Cars but with snails. That's how awesome it was.
It was peak. I had that movie on repeat.
It was so me too, dude. It was so peak. It
I'm
was
gonna
so
just
peak.
Yeah.
cold open this episode with
That was
this.
like so much of
Wow,
my
that
childhood.
snail is fast.
Wow. Oh, Henry Jackman did this.
Really?
Yeah.
That dude is a legend.
Wow. Like, who would expect we'd get a Turbo 2? When is it coming out?
2028.
When did the first one come out? Like 2013, 2014, right?
2011, I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
2011, actually?
That's
I didn't
just a
think it was
guess.
that old.
September 2028.
So we know that 2026 is going to peak. 2027 is going to be peak. And 2028 is shaping up to be even more peak.
All 2028 needs is a turbo 2
Oh,
and it's going to be peak.
oh, never mind. Wait, I can't
What do
tell
you
if
mean
this is
never
real or not.
Wait, what?
Oh no.
This isn't real.
Wait, actually?
Yeah, I got fish. Not even fish, like I got fake news.
You just ruined my day.
I'm in shock right now.
Yeah, I'm done.
It looks
No. I'm done.
it
I'm done for the
genuinely
day.
looks so real. That's scary.
I'm going to
I've
bed.
never I've never been taken by fake news until now. It looks so real.
What were we talking about before this? I need to stop. You got me hyped for no
Yeah,
reason.
I genuinely thought it was real.
You just good grief. Bro, that was like the most ultra troll of all time.
That wasn't my fault. I got
I'm
trolled
not
too.
saying I'm not saying it's your
I
fault,
went
but like
through just
still.
as much as you and Kate. Or not, no, I just went through just as much as you and Ray.
I'm gonna have to watch Turbo sometime soon.
Born Again season 2. I saw that like a lot of people are praising it, which I'm happy. Like I want this show to like get high ratings, regardless of my thoughts, to be honest. I just wanted to keep going. But I wasn't a big fan of the first episode. I think that they should have released instead of like two next week,
Three
it should have
episode
been
premiere.
I mean just two.
No, you're gonna
Two.
watch two and you're not gonna like it, trust me. You're not gonna like it as much as you should. Three is where it really hooks you in.
Well, okay, but like I'm just saying I think they should have had more than one episode at the beginning. Um,
Yeah, it's
but
like
you know,
Invincible, they have a dedicated fan base and they're still doing 3 episode premieres. Born Again's still finding its fan base and it can't just get away with doing one.
I mean like
Guys,
that's
gentlemen, don't you know back in the day, TV shows premiered, they just premiered with the one episode.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
was
that
just
was
about to say
That's
back
kind of
that.
how that's kind of
that
how TV used to work,
that was
actually.
back before
Fun
people had
fun
could
fact.
just choose what to watch at the palm of their hand and didn't have to watch a show just because if they're watching that channel. That was back
Yeah,
before that.
but
Now they can just scroll
still.
on YouTube instead. Like
So
they
you're
can just
saying
scroll.
having 3 episodes premiere, which is 3 times as long, which gives them 3 times as much time to abandon it and go on their phone is a better strategy than just one episode that's really
Yes.
good as a premiere?
Yes. That is
That is the
exactly what I'm
stupidest thing I've
saying.
ever heard.
I've heard stupider
Okay,
things.
so anyway,
I've heard stupider
anyway,
from you, so
I've heard stupider from you.
no, I'm only base 100% of the time. You, sir, are confuzzled.
okay, so the reason why I said I think it should have had more than one episode is because I didn't really like this episode. Um, it wasn't bad, but like I just thought it just felt like it had the sequel energy to it.
We kind
The
of
more I
lost
Just
think
like
momentum a
about
little
that
bit.
episode, the less I like it.
We kind of
it
lost
like
momentum that with that season one was building up to.
In season
yeah,
one,
it
I think
just
it's good, but it's like it's
I
sort of
really love
just
season one. I like season one. I did. But
I
like
like season
it
one too.
it's almost like the way that season one ended. It was like everyone's here, we need to fight Fisk, and then like we start off
Like
with just
imagine
like
we start season two off like running.
yeah, like yeah. And the thing is the mission like that he was on, you know, was cool, the new suit, the fight is cool, but like it kind of felt like disconnected. It was just like a bunch of
Some sort
different
of
scenes.
disconnect.
Just like a bunch of different scenes like pasted together. Like it didn't really feel like it was one story. Um,
Yeah, whatever
um,
though. I mean, the rest of the season I think will still be good.
yeah, I'm hoping, but like 3C's review, like he said it wasn't that good. That's scaring me because I can already like I'm already not liking it as much.
It's got Matthew Lillard, so it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, but like
it's
you know,
not.
it did have like you know the Valentina name drop that like got me
Yep.
excited for no reason, but like
It's
I got
good to
so
know
sidetracked.
we're in a connected universe still.
Yeah.
Not everything's isolated.
And like just by this episode, like I'm already like, you know, forming theories about like what the future could be, and it does seem pretty exciting. I don't know if you guys saw the video I sent.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
like
did.
Yeah,
I'm not commenting on that. I don't know whether that happens, but I do like it's you're talking about Bullseye being part of the Dark Avengers, right?
yeah,
I
that, but
s-
like also there being like this, you know, like that could be where they're going, and other characters that could be in it, and
I
it has
saw a
some
theory
connection to
that
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Matthew Willard is Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I saw that too. Look, respectfully, I think the people at what was it? Screen Rant or Screen Crush? Screen Crush, wasn't it? That made that
Who said
video?
that theory?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it was another smaller YouTuber.
No, I'm talking about the not
Oh,
Norman
I
Osborn,
didn't
the
see
the
the
one
video Nathan
the
sent.
the
The
video
Dark
Nathan sent. That
Avengers.
was that
Yeah, I
was
Yeah,
didn't see
Screen
that
Crush,
one.
right? Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I think Screen Crush puts more thought into the MCU plan than the MCU people do. So,
But like I honestly it does make sense. It
no,
really
no,
does.
that's no, it does it makes sense, but I don't think Marvel thought of it, is what I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't
I
know
mean,
because
it kind
like
of feels like Thunderbolts, but darker. But we kind of already got that with Thunderbolts,
no, but this is why we did
I
it.
feel
It's
like no,
because Thunderbolts starts off with
well, what I'm
people
saying is,
that
if we would have gotten Dark Avengers, I feel like we would have gotten it in Thunderbolts.
okay, but no, this is why.
Oh, okay,
So you start off Thunderbolts, right? With Yelena wanting to be,
To kill herself.
like her sister. Like she wants to be like her sister. She doesn't want to be an assassin. She wants to be like her like Natasha and be in the public eye. She wants to be a hero. And then you have and then basically, she tells Valentina that and Valentina, because of all the stuff that's happening, I'm like butchering all of this, but like it she has to kill all of them, all the Thunderbolts. So to get rid of them. That's how the movie starts. It was never like Valentina's team. These are people that Valentina hired to do her dirty work, but she needed to get rid of them. She needed to kill them um, because they're evidence. So she sent them into the incinerator room, and then they all teamed up against Valentina. But the Dark Avengers would be people that actually
okay,
respect Valentina and can do her dirty work as a team.
okay.
And
Look, narratively, the theory makes sense, but behind the scenes, I don't think it makes sense because that's why I think
what do you
if
mean
we were
behind the
getting
scenes?
Dark Event, so like if Marvel was going to make a Dark Avengers team, Thunderbolts was going to be it. Like
No,
in
it wasn't.
universe, okay,
It wasn't. It can't be because Bucky's there. Bucky's a hero.
And
Yelena, the Thunderbolt starts off with Yelena wanting to be a hero,
and
not a Dark Avenger.
if we're going comic accuracy, there is a run where the Thunderbolts start off as the Thunderbolts go to the new Avengers, I believe, just a faction of the Avengers. And then we get the later Thunderbolts with like another lineup, which is exactly what Nathan believes they're doing.
And also, if you think about it, the ending of Thunderbolts when she's introducing the new team, Yelena says, "We own you now."
She can't do anything with
Valentina,
them.
yeah, she cannot, like, she has to let them do whatever they want to. Like, she can't mess with how their team works or anything. So it would make so much sense for her to have this secret team, this other team that she can get to do whatever she wants to. And you can already see that with Kingpin. Kingpin wanted Punisher on his team, on his task force, because the Punisher skills is very would be very useful to him. And he already recruited Bullseye, so it makes sense for him to also want his own team. And that happened in the Spider-Man TV show where Kingpin. Oh yeah, and then also if you look at the villains from Brand New Day, these are all villains who were hired by Kingpin to get rid of vigilantes. So I think it really does make sense. Like the villain lineup in Brand New Day, you have Tarantula, you have Boomerang, and then who else was confirmed? You have the Hand. Um, so
Possibly
yeah,
8 Ball.
it makes sense. It really does to me, at least.
Speaking of Brand New Day villains, I think this would be a good segue into our next
Oh yeah,
segment.
and Scorpion. That's who I was forgetting.
You know who
Oh wait,
you
none
know
of you
who
guys said what you thought about Born Again.
oh yeah, okay. Why what did you think of Born Again season 2? Episode 1.
uh, yeah, I was gonna say, well, I can't give my full thoughts on the entire season until I watch the entire season, but episode one, uh, pretty much what Nathan said, like it has the sequel energy to it, which it's not a bad thing, but just because it is a sequel, right? It's the sequel season, it's the second season. But it's just it's kind of I don't know. We're not starting off with a bang like we should.
Yeah.
And let's see. I love that Matthew Lillard's in there because I love Matthew Lillard, but I don't really know what his deal is yet. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not
But
commenting on that.
why?
So essentially, I know a bunch of spoilers for Morning in season two.
The man that hates spoilers.
Yeah, I got pretty upset about it. My source was like, I have a scoop, I have these scoops. It's essentially spoiled a lot of things of the season. And now I know what Matthew Willard's deal is to a certain extent. It's funny seeing the internet make it's obvious what they're doing with Matt next season, based on even like Charlie's face in the interviews, but like, I'm not gonna comment it. So if you, I'm gonna mute myself, but continue.
Uh,
Thank you.
I think it would have been cool if, since people were saying Matthew Lillard could be Norman Osborn, that would have actually been really cool. Obviously, he's not, but that would be like that would have been like really cool if he was.
What's the reasoning for that? I didn't hear that.
What's the
I'm off
reasoning
the
for what?
internet. For them thinking that he's Norman Osborn.
Because people want Norman Osborn.
Uh,
That's about
he doesn't even
it.
act like him.
Yeah, but like I feel like Matthew
He
Lillard very
does
well
act
could have.
like Norman Osborn.
What are you talking about?
No, no,
Matthew
like
is
you're
like
thinking of a different Norman Osborn.
I'm thinking about all the Norman Osborns I know.
Like, okay, well, I'll put the short for you guys. I'll share my screen,
But
and
like,
then
I just want to know like why? Like, why are they just saying this random
here
person?
I'll put
Like,
the short for you.
what's their reasoning?
Because we want Green Goblin in the MCU
Yeah,
Here,
but
see
like,
again.
why
this?
weren't they saying that
Oh,
about like
this dude. I
anyone
love
else?
this dude.
Okay, watch
This dude's
this.
goaded. I just don't know.
Yeah,
It feels like a reach. It feels like a
I'm not.
reach.
I'm not
You know what
subscribed
else was
to it.
considered a
Well,
reach?
okay, I am. I don't fully believe it. It would be peak if it happens. Like, I semi believe. I more believe the Dark Avengers thing.
Hey Ryan, I notice you're not dismissing this very easily.
What do you
Yeah.
mean?
And you know stuff apparently.
I don't know whether he's Norman Osborn, if I'm being honest.
Wow. Imagine how peak it would be to just have like a Kingpin, Valentina, and Norman Osborn trio. Let's sink in for a little bit.
Yeah, so the only things I know about the season is like at the end of every season, Matt and Fisk get to a point, right? Like they have a status quo. I know both of their status quos. I don't know how they get there. I just know what happens to them at the end of the season. I do know there are a few like deaths. There's more that I'm not aware of, but I do know one death that will definitely catch people off guard. I know about that. I know about I know about the state. Like I know Bullseye and Matthew Willard's character, where we last see them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Do you know who Matthew Lillard is playing or no?
No, I have
Okay.
theories, but like
So
Not
you
gonna
have a
lie,
theory. So you have a theory other than Norman Osborn?
yeah, I have a theory based on where we left off with him. Like I'll share it to you when we get to that episode. I was genuinely upset that I got that stuff spoiled. But yeah, when we get to
not
that
gonna lie
episode,
though, if anything happens to Swordsman,
I'm not, and I do, oh yeah, and I do know a cameo from an MCU hero. I can confirm
oh,
that.
it's Kate Bishop. It has to
I'm
be Kate
not,
Bishop. Kate Bishop has to. Because she's gonna
there's
have
a,
to save Swordsman. That would be
there
so
is a
peak.
cameo from a Marvel hero. I'm
It's
not
it's
commenting
Kate
on
Bishop and
who it
Spider-Man.
is. It's not Spider-Man, at least from what I know, he could still be in this, but there is a cameo in
Okay, you know
this.
what? Daredevil's gonna be in Brand New Day. So it's gonna be Kate Bishop
No,
being born
okay.
again.
You know
and
how
then
Daredevil and
Daredevil and Brand New Day.
Kingpin? You know how you're wondering why isn't Daredevil in Brand New Day?
No, I know he is.
It'll all make sense to you after you watch Born Again season 2.
Daredevil isn't
Just
Brand New Day.
he's like, okay.
I believe it's either Spider-Man isn't Daredevil or Daredevil isn't Spider-Man.
Okay, so yeah, you know who turned down a role in Brand New Day?
Joe Mama.
Anne
Yeah,
Hathaway.
it's our mom. Yeah, it's our mom.
I'm so
Yeah,
smart.
Anne Hathaway is our mom. So that's all. We are the spawn of Anne Hathaway. Ryan's half though. Well, I mean, like just like whoever she married. I'm actually fully her child.
How that doesn't make any sense.
No, like you're like adopted.
Wow.
I'm like actually her child. Like somehow
The lore drop
100%.
is crazy.
Yeah. We didn't want like you to kind of see us differently, you know. Let
All
me
right.
see who our dad is real quick. I forgot.
Okay, so people are thinking she could have been Silver Sable.
Oh, Anne Hathaway in the MCU would be so cool.
Who do we all think she's playing, or at least you guys?
But she turned down. She turned it down.
Or she was playing.
I
Like
don't
she was in
even.
the running for. Definitely not Jean Grey, because like so
Well,
it's not that role.
obviously.
Could
Chakra.
have been the leader of the hand. Can you please stop it?
I said
Could have
Anne
been.
Hathaway, not Sadie Sink.
Yeah, I know. Shothra's not in this movie. No one cares about Shothra.
Oh yeah, it
Now,
looks like our dad is Adam Schulman.
okay, wait, that's
At least your dad. This is where you came from. I
okay. So,
I'm Anne
um,
Hathaway's child.
yeah. Who
Dang.
do you? She could have been playing the leader of the hand because we do know
Wait,
the
no,
hand.
that means your dad is Batman.
Because we
Wait,
do know
Adam
the hand
Schulman is
will.
Batman.
No. Well, I don't know. But Anne Hathaway was Catwoman, so
I'm the spawn of Anne Hathaway and Christian Bale.
that's right.
Um,
That's
Ryan
right.
is just Adam Schulman and some random person.
Okay.
Anyway, you can keep going, Ryan.
Yeah. So, where was that? Possibly the female leader of the hand, because we do know the hand will be run by a woman in this movie, so could it have been that role? And would they waste an A-lister like Anne Hathaway on someone who might not even be the main villain of the movie?
Yes,
I don't think they would.
the MC does that.
Like, name one time.
They had
I just thought of one. Let's see if you'll think of the same one I thought of.
wasn't the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocky, what's his name?
Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't know if he's A-list.
He wasn't really a bad. He wasn't really a villain. He was just a side
Yeah, that's what I'm
side
saying.
character. Okay.
They kind of wasted like he didn't have a big role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I
Yeah.
was thinking of
They did
Goliath.
waste my boy.
I was
I
thinking
mean,
of
I don't like
Goliath.
Rocky, so Rocky's way overrated.
Shut up.
You like it?
Yeah, he loves Rocky.
Ugh, how?
Yeah,
Yeah, I just don't
yeah.
understand good movies, I guess. That was a good movie. I haven't watched the
No.
other ones.
TASM 2
I
is
don't know how
better.
I don't know how the
Yeah,
other ones
two is
are.
better.
No,
I haven't seen the
TASM 2 is
others.
better than that.
The
Oh
Tasman
my gosh, you're gonna make me hurl.
Is it, Nathan?
I would say I haven't seen Avengers in a while. Just
No,
because it's
no.
Spider-Man, I think it is.
Mm.
I mean, I really didn't like Rocky. It was like
Rocky
just
was
so
like,
weird.
remind
Like,
you, Nathan, White gave Rocky a higher score than he gave Ant-Man, the first one.
I mean, that's not as offensive to me, just because like I'm not like
He
the
gave
biggest
Rocky a higher
Marvel
score than he gave the first Avenger.
fan. Okay, well, the first Avenger isn't like one of the movies I'd
I feel
like
like I'm reading out
die
of
to hell
the
for.
Winter Soldier Code Words books that'll like trigger you. I got more, Nathan.
Like if it's Far From Home or uh
Why? What would
Oh,
you
don't
rate
worry, we'll
Far?
get there. We'll get there. Don't worry.
He gave Rocky a higher score than. Um,
Is this podcast episode reading Wyatt's letterbox, or do we have
yeah,
stuff to talk about?
let's get done with this so we can actually chat, because we have like a timer and we have to wait because all companies are
yes.
money hungry
So,
now.
who do you guys think she could be playing?
She's not in it.
Or what role do you think she auditioned for?
I have no idea. I guess the hand lady.
And
I
if
have
not,
no idea.
and then last piece of news is um Chris Evans got confirmed for Avengers Secret Wars. What do
Not
you guys
so
think of that?
excited just because like I read the Secret Wars comic, um, the original, and it's just everyone is there. Like everyone is there, and like you had the X-Men interacting with like the Avengers for the first time. It was just so cool, and like there's like a scene where they're just trying to figure out who will lead them, and they're going through like like they have Mr. Fantastic turns it down because he has personal issues, and then Hulk, people don't want Hulk just because it's like
He's
reasons,
green.
and then yeah, and then like it's Professor Hulk in that comic. It's Smart Hulk in that comic. So
Luckily
I'm
it won't be in the MCU.
well, I think well we don't know. Hopefully it'll be comic accurate. I mean like right, we're okay with Smart Hulk being in Secret Wars, right?
No, 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 we're
That's what
not.
Stan Lee did.
I don't
That
care. I don't care.
Stan Lee. If that's how he wrote it to be, then it
What
was
Secret Wars
perfect.
did you read? The 80s one or like the
Yeah.
2000
No,
something
the
one?
the original Stan Lee's version.
Stanley did
I didn't
not write
realize
any
I
Secret
didn't
Wars,
realize
Nathan.
Oh
Stan Lee
wait,
was still writing in the 80s. I thought
He
he
didn't write any Secret Wars.
or just who wrote it again?
Do I need to look on Goodreads and see who wrote this?
I'm
Okay,
looking
anyway,
up
it
right
doesn't matter.
now.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He's like
Oh, yes it
Stanley,
does, sir.
Stanley, Stanley.
Stanley wrote this. Stanley wrote.
Stanley wanted it to
You're
be
you're
like that.
defying Stanley. Oh, he didn't write. Oh no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Uh, The writer was Jim Shooter.
Jim Shooter is still peak, guys. Okay. Anyway, um,
You're defying
Wow.
Stanley.
anyway, they're just trying to figure out who will lead them, and they choose Captain America. Even what's his name? Professor X is like, um, uh, Captain America says that Professor X should be the leader because he can read minds and that would be helpful. And then Professor X responds with, "I don't only read minds, I can read hearts, and your heart, um, and I know that your heart should be, your heart, you have the heart leader or something like that." So then, like, Captain America leads everyone in the Secret Wars. So yeah, he needs to be in Secret Wars so he can lead everyone in the movie, which would just be peak to have Captain America leading all of the Marvel heroes.
So which one did you read then? You read the old one from
Yeah,
the
the old one.
80s with this
Yeah,
that introduced the symbiote?
yeah.
Okay.
The one that Stan Lee wrote? Is it that one?
All right. Joke's over.
So, what does everyone else think about this?
What what are we talking about at this point?
Steve Rogers being in. Nathan gave his thoughts about how, like, yeah.
I mean, it's an Avengers movie, so yeah. Mm, I I'm glad Captain America's in it. This is going to be the movie of all time, so I'm glad he's we're getting the whole gang together.
Everyone but Shothra, guys.
I don't even know who that is, so
We need Shothra next. And Screwball and Rachel Cole.
where did
Um,
Nathan go? He disappeared, I guess.
I needed, oh, you needed me most. So you could make fun of me.
That's a good idea. We should do that more.
do what?
Anyway, did you give your thoughts, Ryan?
Oh no. I think it's good. Oh,
I mean, yeah, I don't see how
I,
anyone
I'm,
would be like, "No, I hate that Captain America's coming back." Like he's already in Doomsday, so I guess this is good news. It means he doesn't get killed off.
slaughtered.
Yeah,
I'm also really happy because like I feel like if they killed him in Doomsday, just like I feel like people would already be expecting that. I don't think it would have been like a shocking moment. And also because like we already said goodbye to Captain America. So
they're gonna kill Charles again, aren't they?
Death comes for us all.
no, the Russos are feeling
Oh,
dirty.
they are gonna kill. They're gonna kill him again.
Patrick
No,
Stewart
they
has said
need him.
Doomsday's his last movie.
He,
Like what?
I don't think people know the difference between Doomsday and Secret Wars. Like just normal people.
Like Patrick Stewart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's also
Who is Doctor Strange?
No, he
yeah.
was lying.
I know, but
No, he
still
wasn't.
his.
He wasn't. He genuinely did not
I
know
mean,
who Doctor
to be
Strange
fair, I'm
was.
pretty sure
He
he
just
filmed all his scenes just like on a green screen. He wasn't with like hardly any of the other cast members. I don't know
he
who
was
all he was with, but
he
I
didn't
know he
know who
wasn't with many.
he didn't know who Doctor Strange was because he was using his real name.
Honestly, like,
Or
okay,
no,
let's
he knew Doctor Strange by his superhero name or his
honestly
real
like
name.
That wouldn't
the
That's what.
surprise me,
Marvel.
to be honest.
I
Yeah,
remember seeing Andrew Garfield dodge Spider-Man No Way Home rumors, and I was like, I don't know if I believe him. Like, I don't know. But like when Daphne was like, I'm gonna watch it as a fan, I believed her. Genuinely, like I was like, she's not lying. Like Andrew Garfield, I was skeptical, but I 100% believed her. I was like, she's not in the movie. She wouldn't be that casual talking about it. Like Harrison Ford did this thing with his eyes, like he's tired when they brought up Red Hulk, but she was just so casual
No,
about it.
he was like, "There's a red hole."
He said, "What is a Red Hulk?" Like I
Yeah,
honestly believed like genuinely the Andrew Garfield school of lying is crazy.
yeah. I think Patrick Stewart genuinely didn't know who Doctor Strange was, though. That would kind of be funny.
yeah.
But I mean, he. You know what? I, respect. You know, he's like I'm up a jillion years old, so like it's all right.
And they need him for Secret Wars. Like
Yeah,
they need him.
you gotta have a little
Everyone,
Professor
everyone,
X.
honestly, everyone is game for Secret Wars. Everyone could be in it. Like all the
Dude,
villains, all the
if
heroes,
freaking James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender showed up,
Oh,
man, I would
Mysterio,
absolutely, I would actually like poop my pants if they showed up.
they're my favorite
Mysterio.
version of Charles and Magneto. I just
Yeah,
watched
look,
First Class. I
do I
genuinely
need to
need.
inspect do I need to inspect your letterbox rating? Call
I
you
think
out?
it's a three stars. It's not as good as I thought. It's not as good as it was before.
Did you say 3 stars, but you rated
Three
it?
stars?
You rated it 4.5. What are you
No, I'm just
talking
joking. It's
about,
it's 4.5.
dude? For a second, I thought you were about to go back and edit it to 3 stars, like you did with all your others.
Oh yeah, Wyatt, we had a fan question for you. They made sure to say just for Wyatt.
Dang, dang. I like how you had to beg people to ask me questions.
No, no, this was I didn't even put out a post. They just asked, "What'd you think of the Harry Potter trailer?" I'm gonna mute myself since I know my place.
Well, actually, no. Okay, okay, all right. I've been waiting for this now. All right. I think I actually want to make a video on this if I actually, sat my butt down and actually made a video. I'm so mixed. I am like the definition of mixed on it because like as I'm watching it, I kind of feel I feel a little bit of the whimsy. I feel a bit of the wonder that I felt reading the books and watching the movies. But at the same time, the movies were just so good and this show is always going to be in the shadow of the movies for me and for a lot of other folks. So I'm not going to be able to enjoy it to the fullest, I feel like. But I did, and the castings, in theory, they're all good, but I had whiplash seeing all the characters played by new actors. Every time I was just like, ooh, ugh, ugh. Ooh, no, that's not right. That's not that person's face. So it's going to be difficult. It does look pretty good. It looks like it's going to be a good show. It's just going to be difficult to get acclimated to the new world. But I did like seeing moments that were from the books that got left out of the movies. So I did like because it showed a bit of Harry at his old school. It showed a bit more of Harry's home life before he went to Hogwarts. So that is awesome. That is the kind of stuff I need. Now, I did see one dude who did a reaction to the trailer, and he was saying that he wants them to add stuff that wasn't even in the books, and I disagree with that. You I don't think they should try to add more stuff. They should just focus on what's in the book. They shouldn't try to make new stuff. That's
Wait,
a dumb idea.
question, are the
But
books
yes,
in Harry's perspective? Are they in third
they're
person or first person?
um it follows Harry, but it's not like a I'm Harry Potter, this is my story.
It's he's always there.
Yeah, it's always there,
I
so it's from
okay,
his
then
perspective, but it's not like Percy Jackson where it's
yeah, it's
I
like,
did such
yeah,
and
look, I
such.
didn't want to be a
It's
half-blood.
Harry did such and such.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna, you know what? No, I'm not
You
talking about
better
this.
not. You better not.
But in terms of Percy Jackson, where it's always in Percy's perspective, I do think it can be good to get perspective on what other characters are doing sometimes. But that's just for Percy
No
Jackson.
single
I'm not
person
talking
ever
about Harry Potter.
has a full idea of what's going on, whether that's in the real world or in a fictional story. So you do kind of limit yourself when you only tell it from one person's perspective.
Yeah, because like I'm not talking about Harry Potter, but like some Percy Jackson villains aren't as interesting because we don't get backstory. But in the show, they'll develop their story like because we don't always follow, we get a lot of original content in the show. So I do think it does benefit from developing villains better. But like that's all I'm
There are
gonna
some
say.
scenes in the books that aren't from Harry's. I think like the first. chapter
I'm not even
is
talking about
always
Harry Potter, honestly.
okay. But I'm just saying, I think the first chapter in all the books is from someone else's perspective, and then the rest of it is Harry, I think. I'll have to reread
Oh,
them, but I think like the first chapter, like there'll be like a prologue that will like set something up for the story, and it's from someone else's perspective, but then the rest of it's Harry.
that's it for today's episode. Let us know if you enjoyed this on a scale of 1 to 10, and let us know what other segments you'd like to see make a return, like hot takes, agree or disagree. We're trying to switch things up for next episode. I hope you enjoyed this one, and this was the Everything Film Podcast. Thanks much for listening.